Wearing long hair after 50 might be adding years to your appearance, and you might not even realize it. If you're in this stage of life, this video is for you. Today, I'm revealing the 5 most common mistakes many women make when wearing long hair. Mistakes that could be aging your image, and how to fix them so you look fresh, elegant, and modern. Stay until the end. The last mistake is the most common and the easiest to fix. Mistake number 5, neglecting texture. Length is not the enemy, queen. The real problem is not understanding your hair's natural texture and how to care for it intentionally. Over time, hair changes. It becomes thinner, loses density, elasticity, and that wild character we once found annoying. But now we miss. What used to be a full, bouncy mane might now look flat, shapeless, and lifeless. The reason? We're not treating it for what it is today. Many women focus solely on keeping the length, as if it were a symbol of eternal femininity. But they forget what really matters is how that length behaves. Does it have structure? Shine? Does it frame your face or drag it down? Is it damaged? Long hair without defined texture doesn't radiate elegance. It signals fatigue. And you, queen, are not here to look tired. You're here to shine, to look like a fulfilled woman, glowing effortlessly with style. Every hair type tells its own story. And every story needs a different kind of care. And if anyone has embraced this beautifully, it's Sarah Jessica Parker. She wears her hair long, yes, but always with soft waves, slightly tousled, full of natural movement. It never looks stiff or forced. Her texture speaks of authenticity, freedom, and a woman who has nothing left to prove. If you have straight hair, it's very common that after 50, it loses volume at the roots and looks flat. The mistake here is weighing it down with heavy products or using flat irons daily. The solution? Light, subtle layers that help bring body back to your hair. Straight hair needs lightness, not stiffness. If your hair is wavy, you've got a gem many women envy. But that gem can lose its sparkle if not cared for properly. Over time, waves fade, lose definition, or become frizzy in all the wrong ways. The ideal routine is to define waves with soft creams, avoid brushing when dry, and air dry, or use a diffuser. Waves aren't brushed, they're shaped. For curly hair, the key is hydration and definition. As we age, curls tend to dry out and lose their form, so it's essential to keep them moisturized, detangle gently, and define them intentionally. Don't try to tame your curls, give them shape and movement. A well-cared-for curl isn't a problem, it's a crown. For Afro-textured hair, hydration, definition, and honoring its natural shape are essential. This texture needs rich products, protective styles, and a consistent routine that maintains its shape without breaking its pattern. Don't straighten it or hide it. Give it structure, shine, and character. A well-cared-for afro isn't rebellion. It's royalty in its purest form. It's no longer about following trends. It's about knowing exactly what your hair needs to shine. When your hair is nourished and cut in a way that suits its natural texture, the effect is instant. Elegance flows effortlessly, giving you a polished, fresh, youthful appearance that radiates undeniable confidence. It's a simple yet powerful secret to feeling sophisticated every day. And what's coming next is something that changes your entire look. And maybe no one has ever told you this. And if you're enjoying these tips, subscribe to the channel. We talk about fashion here, yes. But above all, we talk about self-esteem, style, and feminine power. Mistake number 4, using a flat color. Few things dull the face more than long hair dyed in a single flat shade, especially after 50, when long hair needs more intention than ever, a color without dimension can become a visual weight that drags your entire look down. At this age, skin tone changes, facial features either soften or become more defined, and the natural light that once lit up your face no longer works the same way. This is where your hair color becomes a powerful tool or your worst enemy. Many women choose to dye their hair in one solid tone: blonde, brunette, black, or red, thinking it looks more natural or is easier to maintain. But on long hair, that flat color creates a visual block that dulls your face, hardens your features, and makes your hair look heavy, fake, and lifeless. A perfect example of using color to your advantage, not against you, is Salma Hayek. In her 50s, she has managed to keep her hair long, full, and dark, but with tones that enhance it. Salma plays with chestnut, chocolate, and subtle highlights that add depth to her hair and softness to her features. Talk to your colorist about techniques like balayage, baby lights, or hair contouring. These options add dimension without making it look like you've done something drastic. And when applied properly, they don't require constant touch-ups, perfect for long hair that already needs extra care. That's the secret. It's not the color itself, it's how it's applied. On long hair, dimension isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Soft highlights, subtle light, strategic shadows, even the natural shine of well-hydrated hair, all of that adds visual movement and turns your hair into an accessory of elegance, not a lifeless curtain. Because coloring isn't just about covering your hair. It's about designing how your long hair frames your face, your personality, and your current chapter. Are you enjoying these tips? Then don't miss my guide, More Elegant Than Ever. It's a step-by-step manual where you'll learn to style your outfits like a pro without spending a fortune. Mistake number 3, not adapting the cut. I see this mistake more often than I'd like to admit. Fabulous women with long hair, but no shape, no intention. And the reason is usually the same. I just let it grow, no fuss. And while that answer may sound practical, it hides a dangerous trap. The trap of giving up on style for the sake of comfort. Letting your hair grow without shape or adapting the cut to your face and lifestyle is like wearing a stunning dress without tailoring it to your size. It might be beautiful, but it just doesn't look right. The same thing happens with long hair that grows like a sheet. And no, Queen, you don't need a dramatic haircut every month. What you need is a thoughtful cut designed for you. Layers and waves that respect your length but work with your face, not against it. And if anyone has mastered long hair without falling into the predictable or flat, it's Sofia Vergara. Her long layered cuts with perfectly styled waves are a great example of how to keep length with structure, movement, and life. She never looks boring, lazy, or outdated. That queen is the result of a cut that works for you, not against you. The great thing is, there are low-maintenance cuts that don't mean living in the salon every 2 weeks. It's about building a strong base that makes you look styled, even when you're not. Cuts with soft layers that flatter your features and give your hair shape. That's what makes the difference between hair that flatters and hair that drags. And an important detail, a good haircut can also visually rejuvenate you. Straight, shapeless lines tend to harden your features. Soft, strategic layers, on the other hand, create a lifting effect. No surgery needed. Literally, the way your hair falls can either lift your face or pull it down. So no, letting your hair grow however it wants isn't making your life easier. It's stealing your presence. It's taking away your definition. And you're not here to go unnoticed. A queen doesn't let time style her. She chooses every strand like she's writing her own story. The most dangerous thing about long hair isn't what you see. It's what you choose to ignore. And the next mistake proves it completely. Mistake number 2, neglecting gray hair care. Gray hair isn't the problem. The real mistake is thinking that once you stop dyeing it, the job is done. No, queen. Gray hair is not an excuse for neglect. On the contrary, it requires intention, attention, and a whole lot of style. More and more amazing women are choosing to leave dyes behind and proudly show off their silver or white hair. It's a powerful decision, deeply symbolic, and a true act of self-love. But wearing gray doesn't mean giving up on beauty. It means embracing a new stage and knowing how to shine within it. And for that, it takes more than just skipping salon visits. It takes technique, vision, and purpose. If not cared for properly, gray hair becomes porous, dry, and dull. It can frizz easily, lose shape, or develop that dreaded yellowish tint that ages rather than enhances it. And you don't want that, queen. You want your grays to speak of elegance, freedom, and wholeness, not neglect. I've seen many beautiful women, full of inner light, who embraced their gray hair, but didn't support it with care. No hydration, no attention to texture, no maintenance of color. The result? Dull, lifeless hair that falls flat on the sides with no shape. And that doesn't represent you. Not when you've reached a moment in life where you can, and should, express yourself with clarity, beauty, and character. And if there's one woman who has done this masterfully, it's Andie MacDowell. When she stepped out with her loose silver streaks, unstraightened and unapologetically visible, she marked a turning point. And though her mane looks natural, there's nothing random about it. Behind every strand is conscious care, the product she uses, the cut that maintains its shape, and the volume that stays balanced. Because wearing gray hair isn't simply about letting it grow. It's about treating it like you'd treat a silk garment, with care, love, and intention. That means using purple pigment shampoos to keep the tone bright, opting for deep hydration treatments to keep it soft, and above all, maintaining a cut that has shape, movement, and personality. Remember, self-love isn't about rules. It's about awareness, about decisions, about looking in the mirror and knowing that what you see represents exactly how you feel. What's truly unacceptable is leaving your hair to chance, without purpose, as if it no longer matters. Because your hair does matter. It's an extension of your presence, your story, your style. And if you decide that your grays are part of your look, then wear them with the elegance that defines you. Wear them like a queen would. And if you thought the most important part was the color or the cut, get ready. Because what's next is the most common mistake, and also the most silent one. Mistake number 1, wearing it too long but damaged. This mistake is, without a doubt, one of the most common and also one of the hardest to spot at first. Because many women think, as long as my hair is long, I'm fine. But they don't realize that that length, dry, dull, lifeless, isn't helping. It's hurting. And this is where many fall into the trap. They cling to length as a symbol of youth, not realizing that poorly maintained hair can age you more than any gray strand. To be clear, it's not about age. It's about texture. It's not about length. It's about the condition it's in. Hair that falls shapelessly with split ends and constant frizz creates a visual impression of neglect. It looks like you just let it grow, but didn't nurture it along the way. And you, queen, are not here to just let yourself go. You're here to choose what makes you shine. Some hair is so overprocessed that it ends up with spaghetti-like texture, constant frizz, uneven color, and irregular strands that rob it of all shape. But when hair is well cared for, hydrated, nourished, full of movement, even the longest length can look sophisticated. If it's damaged, though, it's impossible for it to radiate elegance, because it's not enough for it to be long. It has to look alive. And if there's someone who masters the art of wearing long hair with presence, it's Jennifer Lopez. She doesn't just wear her hair long, she wears it like an extension of her attitude. Always hydrated, shiny, shaped. Her layers are designed to add volume without heaviness, and her texture says, well cared for, not abandoned. It's not about spending hours in front of the mirror or buying expensive products. Sometimes, small changes make all the difference. Here's a good test. When you wear your hair down, do you feel comfortable? Or are you constantly tying it up because it bothers you? Does it look radiant? Or do you hide it because it just doesn't look right anymore? If it's the second, the problem isn't the length. It's the care. And no, you don't need to give up your length to get your style back. You just need to commit to it, because long hair, when properly cared for, becomes a powerful tool. It flatters, frames, elevates. Long hair that's damaged, on the other hand, just hangs and wears you down. So if you love your long hair, perfect. But let that choice come with intention, care, and strategy. Because you're not a woman who settles. You're a queen. And your hair should reflect that too. If you made it this far, drop a "I love my long hair" in the comments, so I know you're part of our community of women who shine from within. What you learned today is just the beginning. My ebook, More Elegant Than Ever, will show you how to dress for your body type, choose your best colors, and so much more. The link's in the description, and only the first ones to grab it will get all the exclusive content, because you deserve to look like a queen.